Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Chapter 6.2 Notes. Today we are talking about solving multiple-step inequalities. Our learning target today is to be able to solve multiple-step inequalities using addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So when we're solving multiple-step inequalities, we need to follow these rules. The first one is to distribute or combine like terms on each side. Get the variable on the left side of the inequality, and then use SADMAP to solve. So a lot of these steps we've been doing in other types of problems. Now we're just all combining them when we're working with inequalities. So when we're working with an inequality, we always want to draw the line so we can see the two different sides. And now step one says that we need to distribute. Negative 1/2 times p is negative 1/2 p, and negative 1/2 times negative 1, or negative 2. A negative times a negative is positive. 1/2 of 2 is 1. Okay, the variable is already on the left side, so we're good. Now we're just going to use SADMAP. Cancel that, we get negative 1. Oh, that 2 looked ugly. Negative 1/2 p less than or equal to negative 5. Okay, and now we need to multiply by the reciprocal. Those cancel. This equals 10. What did I just multiply by? A negative, so that means that we have to flip the sign. And there we go. So p is greater than or equal to 10. So when we're doing our graph, 10, 11, 12, 9, and 8, we go 2 above and 2 below. Is it open or closed? It is closed. And then we need to shade to the right. And there we go. All right, number 2. Let's draw a line. Now in this one we do need to distribute because there's a little negative sign outside. And how many negatives are there? Well, negative 1. So when we distribute that negative 1, that's what we get, and everything else stays the same. Okay, now we distributed. Can we combine like terms? Well, we have two things that are the same right there, and 7x minus 4x gives us 3x. Our variable's already on the left side, so now we can continue with SADMAP. We're going to cancel subtraction out first. 13 plus 8 gives us 21. Divide both sides by 3. X is less than 7. Okay, so 7, 8, 9. 2 above, 2 below. Are we open or closed? It's open, and then do we shade to the right or to the left? Well, it's a less than symbol, so we need to shade to the left. All right, number 3. Now the left side of the inequality is fine. There's nothing we can do. But over here, we can distribute. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 times negative x is positive 2x. Okay, so now here's our first one where we have to move the variable to the left side. Remember, that's 1x, and 1 minus 2 is negative x. Subtract 3 to both sides. Negative x is greater than or equal to negative 7. And remember, that x is not by itself because there's that negative sign there. So you need to divide by negative 1. and we get x, we get 7. I just divided by a negative, so we have to flip the sign. So x is less than or equal to 7. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are we open or closed? We are closed. And do we shade to the right or to the left? It's less than, so we shade to the left. Okay, next one. Go ahead and draw the line down the middle. Now on the left side, there's nothing that needs to be done. But on the right side, we have to distribute that 4. Okay, so we distributed. Can we combine like terms? Well, on the left side, we have 2 things to combine. Or that's the right side, I apologize. And that's -1. I want to move my variable to the left side like step number 2 said to. So we get -2x minus 3 is less than or equal to -1. Now we have to follow the rules of SADMAP. And we get -2x less than or equal to 2. Let's rewrite that up here. We're still not by x is still not by itself, so we have to divide both sides by -2. And we just divided by a negative, so we have to flip the sign. Okay, so -1 goes in the middle, 0, 1, 2 above, 2 below. Opened or closed at -1? We are closed. And do we shade to the right or to the left? To the right. Okay, next one. Okay, so we do not need to distribute, we do not need to combine. We can subtract the 4y to the other side, so we get 14 minus 5y is less than -11. Subtract the 14 to both sides. -5y is less than -25. And then divide both sides by -5. We get y, we get 5, and we divided by a negative, so we have to flip the sign. So 2 above, 2 below, open or closed? It's open, and we shade to the right. So just something to remember. When you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must flip the inequality. Okay? It's not something like, oh, maybe I'll do it. No, if you want the right answer, you got to do it. Okay? All right, number 6. Why don't you guys try that on your own? Go ahead and pause the video and let's see how you do. Okay, so after you do everything and flip the inequality, you should say n is greater than or equal to -1/2. Now, when you're graphing this, still count by ones. Okay? But when you find this on the graph now, it's -1/2. That's between 0 and -1. So you just approximate, okay? Now, is it open or closed? It should be closed, and we shade to the right because it's greater. All right, 2 more. Now, don't be scared on this one because it might look a little scary, but it's really not that bad. So we have to distribute. Everything else stays the same. Now, on this, we need to start combining our like terms. 3y minus 2y gives us just 1y. We can also combine our numbers, which gives us 17. So we went to this big scary thing till y plus 17 is greater than 14. That's not that bad. So subtract 17 to both sides. Y is greater than negative 3. Okay, so negative 3 goes in the middle. 2 above, 2 below. Open or closed? Hopefully you said open, and we shade to the right. Okay. Why don't we see how you guys do? Okay, if you need to look at the steps at the very top, please do so. You do not need to distribute, but you do need to combine. Okay? All right, let's pause the video and see how you do. All right, and there's our answer. So you end up getting negative 8x less than or equal to negative 24. You divide by negative 8. Once you divide by a negative, you have to flip the sign. Okay, so you get x is greater than or equal to 3. That is closed, and we need to shade to the right. Okay, well that's it for Algebra 2, Chapter 6.2 Notes. As always, if you have any questions, please come find Ms. Carranza or myself, because we would love to help you out. Thanks for watching, guys.